Annoying.
Manly.
Short.
Gay.
Ugly.
Wannabe.
Fat.
About 20 teenagers commit suicide every year because of bullying.
Spill it. Facebook. Twitter.
Tumblr. Instagram.
Hello, good evening. It is Friday evening and once again we are back here in Newry for Friday evening's Destination Insight. Now in this evening's show we will be tackling an issue that the majority of people have been or know someone who has been a victim of this, and we're talking this evening about bullying. Now bullying is a spectrum, and tonight we'll be taking you on an insight into the different areas of bullying and how you can prevent it happening to you. This evening we will be meeting an inspirational young lady who is a student at a local secondary school close to Newry. Now, when this young lady was younger, she herself was bullied, but now Anita has turned this negative time in her life into something positive and is doing something about it for the good. Anita has set up various campaigns to help stop bullying, including her Twitter campaign at Bully Don't. A remarkable young lady who we will be speaking to a little bit later on. But first, we use the word bullying quite often, but do we know what it really means? Let's find out. Bullying is not just here in Ireland, it is right across the world, and there are so many people who have been through this or know someone who has. And celebrities right across the world are taking their stand against bullying too. Take a look at some of the most famous people in the world who are tackling the serious issue of bullying.
Well, I've been alone, surrounded by
Bullies pick on kids who are different, or who they think are different, right?
Bullying is a trend for everyone. I don't get that.
Bullying isn't just beating someone up or taking their lunch money. It's anytime you call someone a name or write something mean on their Facebook page.
There are messages everywhere that validate this kind of bullying and taunting, and we have to make it stop. We can't let intolerance and ignorance take another kid's life.
That I can't directly relate, but I feel like everyone feels alone in their own way or feels bullied.
Prejudice, discrimination, it can be really hard, especially, when it's coming from people that are close to you.
People are really brutal and horrible to each other, especially in high school. And we've all been there, we've all experienced it, and it can be really traumatizing and lead people to do terrible things.
There's so many bullies, it goes on so much, and I think that you should, especially if you're like a bystander, you definitely should, help out, because it could be you next, so.
Most importantly, to all the amazing kids that watch our show and the kids that our show celebrates who are constantly told no by the people in their environments, by bullies at school, that they can't be who they are or have what they want because of who they are. Well, screw that, kids.
If you give those bullies and those people that are so ignorant and fearful of your lifestyle, if you give them the power to affect you, you're letting them win. And they don't deserve that.
Don't let them win, is all I can kind of offer, is please don't let them win.
It is important that we push the boundaries of love and acceptance. It is important that we spread tolerance and equality for all students.
The kids that are teasing you don't know anything about you and who you are and what you can do.
That there is nothing, and I mean nothing, wrong with being different.
Being different makes you special, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, so.
There is hope, and there is help.
Be proud of who you are.
Be part of the solution. Stop picking on people before it's too late.
Coming up, we will be speaking to Anita Dennison from St Paul's in Bessbrook about how she got through this time in her life when she was bullied and how she is now helping others to get through the same. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm actress Megan Fox. Every year, thousands of kids enter our high school succumbing to terrible peer pressure. Let's face it, high school can be tough, and kids can be cruel, picking on others for just being different. Well, I say because they don't know. What really matters is being yourself.
So don't let those bullies and those ignorant, fearful, small-minded people prove you wrong. You have to be strong, and you have to pay attention to the positive. And in doing so, you will push through, and you will rise up, and you will live your life to the fullest. It gets better, but it's up to you.
There's hope. It doesn't, you don't have to give up just because there's a short period in your life where it feels like there's no hope, because there's always hope.
To every young person out there, you need to know that if you're in trouble, there are caring adults who can help. I don't know what it's like to be picked on for being gay, but I do know what it's like to grow up feeling that sometimes you don't belong. It's tough. And for a lot of kids, the sense of being alone or apart, I know it can just wear on you. And when you're teased or bullied, it can seem like somehow you brought it on yourself for being different or for not fitting in with everybody else. But what I want to say is this: you are not alone. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything to deserve being bullied. And there is a whole world waiting for you, filled with possibilities. There are people out there who love you and care about you just the way you are. And so, If you ever feel like because of bullying, because of what people are saying, that you're getting down on yourself, you've got to make sure to reach out to people you trust. Whether it's your parents, teachers, folks that you know care about you just the way you are, you've got to reach out to them. Don't feel like you're in this by yourself. The other thing you need to know is things will get better.
I think we live in this world where there's a lot of hate, and to see that there's hate even in our own countries is really sad. The fact that people resort to bullying is horrible. If there's any way, you know, for us to stop it, we've got to start somewhere. And it starts in yourself, and then it starts in your school, it starts in your community. Being able to reach out to those people that are sitting at the cafeteria by themselves, or they don't have many friends, things like that. You should sit with them, you should talk to them, get to know them, because they're just like you. Everybody has insecurities, everybody has fears. Or even if it's you who are thinking about those certain things, remember why you're happy to be on this earth, why you like being able to go to school, or if you don't like going to school, whether you like going to the park, hanging out with friends, small things, hobbies that you love. In this world, it's so easy to hate it, but you should always remember that you were chosen to be on this earth, that it was something special for you. I think the fact that we're able to really help out one another is a big piece of this.
Welcome back. Last week, Anita Dennison joined me in the studio. Anita was a victim of bullying, and last year she set up an anti-bullying campaign to help others who may be a victim of bullying. Anita has been hugely successful with over 3,000 followers on her Twitter page alone. She is sensational and an inspirational role model, not just for young people, but for everyone. And here she is, the incredible Anita Dennison. So, Anita, 18 years of age,
I am.
fronting the anti-bullying campaign.
Yep.
A lot of work you do. I mean, you're only 18, so you mustn't have that many years that you have been doing this. When did you start it?
I started it in November 2012.
Right, so
for
about
2
2 years
years,
ago. Yeah. What was it that made you start it in the first place?
I myself was bullied, especially cyberbullied, on Facebook, where people would have made fake accounts to get to me, people in my own year that I didn't know who they were. And I used it then to, maybe in a way, help myself by giving other people advice. But I realised then that, okay, I've got a thing here for helping other people, and I just went from there.
And what has been the response like from helping people?
It's been amazing. I'm surprised the amount of people that actually have told me that I'm actually helping them, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's good to get that feedback, and as you say, it kind of reflects back on yourself as well. You feel better for it. So, I mean, what makes you, I mean, you've been doing this for 2 years, and you're obviously very, very successful in it. And, you know, many people would have dropped out after a year and says, you know, I had enough, but you're keeping this up.
Yeah.
What is it that motivates you to keep doing it?
There is so many types of bullying keep coming up every month, every year, and, you know, bullying realistically will never stop, so you need more people to keep taking a stand so more and more people can get involved, and if I keep this up, it might inspire other people to do the same.
So in the campaign then, I mean, you're hugely popular on Twitter as well. What do you do? What sort of work do you do with the campaign?
With the campaign, I speak regularly with advice for other people to, you know, stop bullying and how they can help others, and I am working with local primary schools Anti-Bullying Week, and I have worked with NIABF, the Northern Ireland Anti-Bullying Forum, to judge their anti-bullying competition, and we will be going down to Belfast to the prize given with the Education Minister, John O'Dowd, and I have actually been given the role like as a PR type person for them. They're going to use me as a source for Anti-Bullying Week and use my campaign and what I've been doing and giving it out to the media, Irish News, UTV, BBC.
I mean, with bullying, there's so much different techniques that you can learn to help prevent bullying, but how did you learn all these different ways, and how did you educate other people?
I don't really know how I learned it. it just came to me, like if I was to tweet something, it would just come naturally. I don't actually think about it. I don't know how that happens, but I think it comes with experience from bullying, that you know, okay, this is what I didn't do, but I can, maybe contradictingly, I can actually tell other people to do this because maybe I should have done it.
And people will listen to you
Yeah.
because you've been through it
Yeah.
yourself. So, I mean, bullying in school, let's just take it in school at the minute.
Okay.
We think bullying is physical bullying, but
Yeah.
it's not just
No,
physical
it's
bullying,
not.
is it?
It's verbal, it's obviously physical as well, and it's exclusion. You know, people leaving people out of friendship groups and telling them, no, you can't be friends with him because they don't like them. Or in verbal, you know, taunts in the corridor, gossiping, rumours, and as you said, physical, you know, tripping people up. And it can be cyber in school as well. People
Cyber on the
Yeah.
internet, technology
text
wise.
messages in school. People think, oh, I'll get away from it. I'm at school. You know, maybe they get it in the playground, but on the corridor they could be receiving a text message, and it's
I mean,
still, it
what's the
doesn't end.
difference? I mean, you know, people, you know, insult each other as a joke sometimes.
Yeah.
What's the difference between those kind of humorous insults, which people may think don't harm someone, and actual bullying?
Well, for me, the difference is the person who's receiving it. If they're hurt by it, for me, that is bullying. But if somebody is, you know, slagging you and you're laughing at it, if you don't feel threatened by it, if you don't feel annoyed by it, then it's not bullying, and then that may be where it is friendly banter if it doesn't hurt you.
But if it does hurt you, should you then speak
Yeah,
out and tell
if
the
it does
person?
hurt you, absolutely.
But people have this image of, let's put on a hard front,
Yeah.
you know, the hard shell outside.
Yeah.
But is it better to kind of let your guard down
Yeah.
and just say, listen, I know you may think that's funny, but to me that actually hurt me and it's a bit insulting. Would that be the best
Yeah,
way?
that is actually one of the best things to do, because if you put on this hard front, people think, oh, it's not bothering you. I can just keep doing it. You know what I mean? So that, you know, the more and more they do it, they may think, oh, I'm going to get a reaction at some point.
Yeah.
But if it does bother you, then maybe they might take a step back and think, oh, okay.
Okay, so speak out is a good one.
Absolutely.
So that's for yourself then. You know yourself if you're being bullied.
Yeah.
You know yourself if it hurts you
Yeah.
or if it's affecting you.
Yeah.
What if someone else is being bullied? Are there signs that you can look out for?
Well, in school-related situations, you know, teachers can look out for, you know, the decrease in homework, the standard of it. You know, friends can look out for those who used to be, you know, the happy, cheery, down-to-earth person that is now more, maybe a bit paranoid, you know, lack of confidence, just maybe very emotive, very, you know, may get angry as well. Just people who just, their attitude has changed. And maybe they have stopped liking things that they may have loved before. And that can all be signs toward bullying.
And if you notice these signs, again, we go back to the whole idea
Yeah.
of speaking up.
Yeah,
Is it
definitely.
better? I mean, how do you approach someone that you find out that those symptoms are in place? Someone was a happy, bubbly person
Yeah.
and they're kind of into themselves now. What's the best way to approach that person?
It's just maybe to take them aside and say, look, okay, I understand. I see that you're not yourself lately. Is everything all right? And tell them that you're there for support, because people might think, oh, I know they're there. But to actually hear it is actually for them. It's making it correct. It's making it clear, and it's getting it on point. Okay, they are there. I can actually speak to them. Because sometimes it's just hearing them words, you're not alone, can actually mean a lot to somebody.
So even though you have a great family support
Yeah.
system behind you, great friends, and you've maybe a lot of friends in school,
Yeah.
but the difference is that someone actually
Says it, yeah.
Okay, so that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So we said there that family and friends is obviously hugely important to tell, and campaigns like yourself. What other things could people do to get help and support?
There are many things online as well that we have. You know, there's Childline, there's NSPCC, there's Lifeline if things get, you know, really, really bad. And there's also charities like Anti-Bullying Pro and NIABF that have done workshops with schools to help prevent bullying. So there's many support networks out there. Just people just need to look that bit further.
For a lot of people, well, for some people, they may think that lifting the phone would be too hard for them and they don't want to speak to someone.
Yeah.
Are there any other methods that they could use to get in contact with people?
Yeah, on Childline, it's not just a telephone call. They can actually, it's like a chat network. They can actually, you know, type to them, tell them, look, this is what's going on, and they'll get somebody come on 24/7.
Childline, is that for under 18s or is it over 18s
It's
as well?
under 18s. I'm not too sure if it's over 18s as well.
Yeah.
But there are other options for people that are getting bullied over the age of 18.
Okay, good. So, I mean, we're going back here again. Telling a parent,
Yeah.
telling a friend, tell a teacher.
Yeah.
How important is it to tell someone if you are being bullied?
I can't really tell you how important it is, because it is so important, because getting it out there, it just takes it off your chest. And maybe if it's not being dealt with there and then, you know it will be dealt with. So it gives you that hope to think, okay, maybe I can try and get away from this. Maybe I can try and...
What about as well if someone is being bullied at the minute?
Yeah.
And a fear of theirs is that if they tell someone, the bullying may get worse.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back and bite them. You know, if they tell a teacher,
Yeah.
the student gets disciplined, the bullying student gets disciplined, but then they think that after that, something worse may happen to them.
That is a common fear for many people who are being bullied, and I myself felt that way, but it's all about getting that tiny bit of confidence and saying, look, I really do want this to stop, and I just want to do any little thing that will do anything to help this stop. So maybe telling that friend, telling a teacher, yeah, to you in your head it might get worse, but it could also get better. It's all about thinking, okay, turn that wee negative into a positive and think, okay, telling this person, it could stop. It could get worse, but it could stop.
So positive
Yeah,
thinking's the
it's all
key.
about positive
There's a
thinking.
way out,
Yeah,
and a
definitely.
positive way out for that. So, your Twitter campaign, bully_don't,
Yeah.
isn't that right? 3,639 followers, and you got that wrong, followers at the minute, and
Yeah.
growing all the time. How did the idea for this Twitter come about for you?
I realised that cyberbullying was quite a big thing, so I thought, okay, if cyberbullying is a big thing, why not do something on a social networking site that maybe, okay, if people are cyberbullying somebody at the minute, maybe they can follow this campaign and think, okay, should I be actually tweeting this? Or should I actually look at this person's tweets and think, okay, this isn't right. This is wrong what I'm trying to tweet, and I shouldn't be putting others down. And it's a Twitter campaign or a Facebook campaign is better for young people, because 9 times out of 10 a young person's going to be on Facebook or Twitter, so they're going to see this, they're going to get the advice on Twitter.
And you're putting stuff out all
Yeah.
the time, aren't you, to inspire?
Yeah.
What has been the reaction from Twitter been like? Because it extends from Newry and more, and you're getting people from
Yeah.
outside here.
I've got so many. I've got people from England, America, all over who follow it, and it's brilliant, because if somebody from England retweets it, it shows that all over the UK can get advice. Somebody in America, good bit of, not all of America obviously, but a bit of their community can get advice as well. And it's all about spreading that awareness. It's like people think it's all about the retweets on Twitter. It's not. If one retweet, you don't know where that could be, but that person could have so many followers to even get that awareness for themselves. And if it help one person, then they
Success.
can help another. and-
Success
yeah.
even in one person. So you're sitting here in St Paul's best brick
Yeah.
uniform. Do you do any work up at the school with bullying?
Yeah, I actually do. I have been elected as the school's anti-bullying mentor
Fantastic,
at the
well done.
beginning of the year. And with that role, I have helped deliver workshops with Lee Kane from the Northern Ireland Anti-Bullying Forum, and within Anti-Bullying Week in St Paul's, Miss Christine Fern, the head of pastoral care, has arranged for assemblies to be done, for competitions to be done for the younger age group in the school, and I myself am doing like a big anti-bullying board so the young people can see, where the support is and the awareness that we brought to it.
Absolutely fantastic. So what's your plans for the future then with this campaign?
My plans for the future is just hopefully to expand and make it bigger and better, and just try and help more people as possible. That's all that matters, is helping somebody.
Yeah, that's the most
Yeah.
important thing to you
I
then.
will never give it up.
I mean, what does your family think of this? They must be very proud of you.
They are, they're amazed by the media attention it's getting, and the amount of following on Twitter. They're absolutely amazed by that, and they're very proud of me, so they are
Yeah,
proud.
and so they should be,
Yeah.
absolutely, at only 18 years of age. So just to finish off, the parents as well, I mean, they're very proud of you. What they're most proud of, I would say, is the fact that you've went through this experience and brought a positive to it. What would your advice be to a parent who's watching,
Mhm.
who think that their son or daughter may be being bullied?
If you believe that your son or daughter is getting bullied, take it as it is. Don't go in and be all angry about it and think, okay, are you being bullied? Because that can be the initial reaction: concern, worry, fear. It's all about having that calm sense and saying, okay, is anything going on? It's all about keeping calm. If something is going on, get to the bottom of it. Speak to a teacher at the school. Speak to the child first of all, though, to see if is everything all right. But more important than anything, is to show your child that they always have your support more than anything. They may think that they already do, you're my mum or you're my dad, I already have that support. But they need to hear that they have the support. As I said before, it's all about saying, I'm here, you're not alone. It's all about hearing that.
Fantastic. And just to remind everyone, you have a website, beafriendnotabully.webs.com.
Yeah, that's it.
And Twitter is @bully_don't.
That's right. Yeah.
So make sure and follow and get involved in that. Anita, thank you so much.
Thank you very much
You're
for having
such
me.
an inspiration.
Thank you.
And remember, you can follow Anita on Twitter @BullyDon't for updates on our campaigning work and advice if you or someone you know has been or is being bullied. That wraps up today's show. A huge thank you to Anita for joining us, and make sure and put into practice everything we have been taught here on this evening's show to help prevent bullying. I'll be back for another incredible show next Friday, 7 p.m. on Destination Newry. See you then.